Do you ever just have one of those days where you go, today's awesome? Well, I'm having one of those days, and I want to share with you what's been going on for the last 5 weeks since I moved here to San Francisco from Minneapolis. So I was walking down the street today, going to the dry cleaners to drop off some stuff, and this lady's like, hey, I like your shirt! And the shirt I'm wearing today, the best girls are black. And it's a woman with natural hair. Of course, I got my natural hair going, right? So that made me feel good. And I thought, you know what? We're wrapping up here in 5 weeks. I might as well tell you folks all the great news and everything that's happened. So in January, I decided to move from Minneapolis to San Francisco because for the last 6 months or so, I've been doing the webinars for Zendesk. And they're in San Francisco. They just made the move themselves last August. They were in Boston before that, and then they were in Denmark, right? And there's a lot of technology out here at Blogging While Brown. That was the city that the group picked that I should move to. So I'm like, everything's aligned. I should just move to San Francisco. Now, this was scary. This is a big undertaking to move halfway across the country, especially if you've grown up in a city your entire life. But I thought it's the right thing to do. So end of January, I made the decision. Beginning of February, I think it was the 9th of February, a couple days after my birthday, I said, hey, everybody, I'm moving to San Francisco. Now, you know, once you tell other people, you feel more obligated to do something. So the wheels were in motion. So it took me 3 months to plan and prepare and move out here, right? And then it's now 5 weeks later, and this weekend I'm moving into my final apartment. I'm really excited. I'm going to have roommates. They know the city. This is great. And it's in a neighborhood where there's a lot of people, food, a lot of stuff going on. I'm really excited. So here's what happened. I got here April 13th and I cried. I said, oh my God, what have I done? I've sold my car. I've moved out of my apartment. I've sold all my things. I can never have my desk. My couch is gone. Maybe I've made a huge, big, insert swear word mistake. So I cried. And then I thought, it's okay. Breathe in, breathe out. You'll be all right. Okay, you can get all that, those just material items. I thankfully was able to bring my cat. Thank you, Kate, my Zendesk coworker, for taking care of Turtle. I got to bring Turtle out here with me. Unfortunately, I had to leave Bluey in Minnesota. But now I went and got Bluey too. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, John. So now Bluey's here. So here's what happened. It was the best decision of my life to move here. In fact, I wish I had run away when I was 15 and moved to San Francisco. I love this city. You got the weather. You got the food. You got the health-conscious people. Everyone is so helpful here. It's like it's a whole city of Adrias. I love it. Great place. As soon as I got out here, my laptop died. Yes, the MacBook over here, fail. All right, thankfully I was using Mozy, and so all my data was backed up, 110 gigs. I still got a blog about that, but so I didn't lose any data. But it sucked not having my Mac for a week. And what's up, Apple, telling me that it's going to be a 1 day, right? And they're like, oh, we need a flux cable, and that turns into 3 days, and then 5, and then 6 days. We'll deal with that later. With that being said, I found a great place to stay here in SOMA that's really close to Zendesk, so I don't even have to take the bus every day. I just walk over a couple blocks. Love it. Then I went to 3 conferences. I went to DrupalCon, like the week after I got here. Then I went to WordCamp San Francisco, and then I ended up going to the Web 2.0 Expo, even though I wasn't really going to go. I'm sorry to say I will not be going to RailsConf, but this weekend I am doing the Ruby on Rails women's workshop to learn. So I'm very excited about that. I went and picked up my book by Chris Pine on learning to program Ruby on Rails. Anyway, okay. That being said, and I've been getting to know my Zendesk coworkers, which is amazing. I haven't worked in an office in years. It's probably been 4 years at least. And now I have to get used to being around people and seeing people and communicating with those people. So it's been different, but I'm getting used to it. In fact, I even went to a Giants game and had a really good time with my Zendesk coworkers. So I'm learning to, kind of do this whole, I don't know, what do you call it? Office-y thing. All right. So that's, I'm getting used to it. Because you guys know I'm an introvert, right? So it's a little hard. Anyway, I found a place, okay, so I got here and then it was the next weekend or so. And I'm like, I'm just going to go look at a couple places just to look. And then I put an ad on Craigslist, and next thing I know, I had this avalanche of people contacting me, and I went and looked at some really great places, found this place well ahead of schedule, right? And it's awesome. And so here I am getting ready to eat my hummus, bacon, and lettuce sandwich because that's the other thing too. I thought that being a bacon-eating Jew was like a unique thing. I'm not here in the Bay Area. There's tons of bacon-eating Jews. So I feel right at home. In fact, I'm even going to start checking out a synagogue to attend as a bacon-eating Jew. So if you're thinking about moving to San Francisco, you should do it. If you have questions about moving to San Francisco, feel free to contact me. Otherwise, this will wrap up my summary of my move to San Francisco. I have a lot of video that I've recorded on my camera and on my camcorder, which I still need to produce. But with the, how can we say, delays in my monitors coming and my MacBook being down, I've just been trying to tread water and not burn out, get enough sleep, and take care of the essentials I need to take care of. So thank you, folks, for joining me on my relocation journey as it comes to an end. In fact, Monday I'm going to be meeting with a woman who emailed me. Her and her husband are thinking of moving to San Francisco. And I said, sure, you could meet with me. So they're here in town visiting. So I'll be chatting with them. So, folks, be who you are. Embrace yourself, right? Give yourself a hug. And find an environment, find energy where you feel in sync. If you feel out of place, you probably are. You need to find a new place. And I'll have to tell you, this is wonderful. I love San Francisco. As always, take care and embrace your inner nerd.